everybody, it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers. It has been a little while since I did a plan with me. I'm also, before we get into this, two things. I'm filming with lights, which I have not done before. I'm still figuring out this situation. It got darker later than I was expecting, so it wasn't quite as light as I hoped. So the lights are a little weird. I'm getting some glare on my desk. I'm going to try to work on that. And second, my hands have, this is all ink. I had a kind of weird situation with my printer and I've got ink all over my hands, so please excuse that. It'll wash off, but it's going to take a little time. So anyway, I'm here to plan for the week of October 4th, and I'm going to use this fall leaves kit from my shop. I've got deco. I don't know that I'll add this in as I go, I'll see, but you all have been doing such cute things with the deco that I am inspired to try to add some, but I might add this throughout the week, day by day, we'll see. But I grabbed the deco sheet. Then I've got quarter boxes. Then I have all the sheets for the A5 Daily Duo kit. So I've got A, B, C, D, and E. And I also have some scripts and icons that I have pulled. So let's get started. So I'll kind of catch you up while I go through and lay down the base, and then I will go through day by day. So it has been, I posted a new release video on Saturday, and before that it had been a month since I had posted a YouTube video. Oh yeah, and also one of my printers, the printer that was misbehaving and gave me inky fingers, is printing in the background. I hope that it's not too loud. I just realized that and I meant to stop it beforehand, but it's going, so we'll keep it going. Anyway, so it had been a month since I had posted a video, and we'll see. I would love to promise consistency here, but that's not necessarily realistic. I really enjoy doing YouTube videos, but it's kind of a lower priority, and things have been busy, but they will be, I think things will be getting better, so I'll talk about that a little bit. So yeah, so things, it's just been, once the semester kind of got underway and, life got busy, so I was just really busy with stuff for my full-time job and then also with stuff for Fern Creek, and the Fern Creek stuff should be getting better now. I have one new employee who started, and I guess she's been working for me for 2 weeks now, so it's been a while now, but she's really been filling a gap. There was one aspect of our production process that was really just not happening because we didn't have time for it, and then we'd get backlogged, and so she's been able to take over all of that, and it's been a huge help. And then one of my other employees, he's going to be moving to full-time hopefully this week. I need to touch base with him about his schedule at his other job, but so when I hired him, we had talked about working full-time, and he wanted to keep some hours at his other job, but we talked again, and it makes sense. He wanted to, this is kind of a weird job, and I don't think he didn't want to just quit his other job and come work this weird job with me. So now that he knows what he's doing and I feel good about him, he feels good about me, he's quitting his other job to work for me full-time. So once he starts doing that, that will also help me quite a bit. For better or for worse, I won't have him forever because he is looking for a more permanent position in his career field, which I totally get, but at least I should have him for a few months while he looks for something better. So, and I guess the other thing too with employees, so I have, my full-time job, I'm a college professor, and all of my employees except for Grant, the one who will be full-time, they're all college students as well. And overall it works out really well because I pay really well for a part-time job, and so I get really good, the employees I have are just amazing, and they're the kind of people that are going to go on and have great careers in their fields, but I get them for now, and especially 3 of them are first-year students, so presumably they could be working for me for the next 4 years, because again, they're not going to get a part-time job that pays much better and has such flexible hours, and is I think it's a better job than working retail or at a restaurant or something. It's more interesting. You can listen to podcasts or so it's pretty laid back here. So I think it's a pretty good job, and potentially I'll be able to keep the employees who just started college for a long time. But the downside is, and it's I mean, it's a downside, but I've also like done this myself, is I've made clear to all of them that school should come first. And this is something like from my side as a professor, like there's one student in my class who she has to leave early, and she said, because she thought we were done, but we were not done yet. And you know, she has to leave early because she was always late to work because she was supposed to work 15 minutes after our class ended. And it's like, well, no, you have to change your work schedule. Like that's, you either don't take this class or you change your work schedule, but it's not my problem that you're late for work all the time. Anyway, that's kind of a tangent, but just to say that, like, I understand that college students need to work, but a lot of times they don't properly prioritize and balance work and school. And so I've made really clear to my employees that school should come first. And and I really stand by that. I was not thinking very much about which of these boxes I was putting down. So anyway, it got to the busy point of the semester, and you know, some of them have had to work less or skip some shifts. And again, I totally get it, and I'm like proud of them for saying something and being able to prioritize and knowing what they can handle. But it also makes things a little less predictable for me, especially because the semester got busy for me at the same time that it got busy for them. So anyway, all that to say, things have been busy around here, but I'm hoping that as I continue to bring more people on board for Fern Creek, that will take more and more off of the load off of me. I'm also realizing I have a quiz stuck in here that I brought home that was a student who had to make up a quiz later, and so I did not have it where it should be, and it was bugging me sticking out of my planner. So anyway, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, and then the other thing too, at the beginning of September, so yeah, I kind of got off my, out of my YouTube routine early September, because we also, Brian's family came Labor Day weekend, and then the weekend after Labor Day weekend, we went and saw my family. So it's always really good to see family, but when you're like with family all weekend, and usually I count on getting stuff done on the weekend. Oh yeah, and then Thursday, I'll talk about this later, but I don't need to put down both of these. So yes, we had some good time with family, but it also just kind of got me out of my routine. But with my family, so I'm from Chicago originally, and my parents and sister and brother-in-law still live in Chicago. So we've all been pretty careful with COVID stuff, and especially, yeah, high-risk family members and family members who have to go to work every day, and essential workers, and just various reasons. We've all been pretty careful. So we haven't seen each other very much over the past year and a half, but we all wanted to get together, and it's a 12-hour drive from Alabama to Chicago, so it is a bit of a hike to get there. And you know, we've all done the drive. It's not an awful drive. I'm getting stickers stuck to me here. But anyway, we all wanted to meet up, but it's hard we couldn't do it in the summer. There were various work restrictions for people, so we couldn't meet in the summer, and I really can't get extra time off during the school year because I have to be there to teach. So it didn't make sense for us to go to Chicago because the time we'd drive wasn't worth it for the time we'd be there. But what we did, so there's a website where you can put in like what's halfway between two different places. And so that is, I went on there, we're like, okay, we're gonna meet halfway, and I went to see what was halfway. And actually we got kind of lucky. The exact halfway point is Cave City, Kentucky, which is where Mammoth Cave is. So we went to Mammoth Cave for a long weekend, and it was actually really nice. Like I would not be surprised if we go back. We stayed in these cute little cabins, really basic cabins, but a really pretty view over kind of these rolling hills, and we could each stay in our own cabin, which was good. And again, we're just trying to take a lot of COVID precautions, even though we're all vaccinated, just can't be too careful. So, and then there was a lot of hiking there. We went on a tour of Mammoth Cave. We played mini golf. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. So we really enjoyed it, and I would recommend Cave City and Mammoth Cave to anybody who wants to go. And it was really good to see my family and hang out and eat good food and play games, and oops. So we had a good time. So anyway, this week is going to be a little bit different because it is fall break. So there aren't any classes on Thursday or Friday. And then on top of that, this happened to be a weekend that my husband's family, one of his cousins, planned a family reunion. And she keeps calling it a family reunion, but I mean, which isn't a bad name for it, but it's not like we see these people pretty regularly. So it's not a like see people you never see, but just kind of a good reason to get people together. And especially there are a couple family members who have moved, and so it makes it a little harder for everyone to get together. So anyway, she had planned a family reunion for this weekend, so it works out well since it's my fall break. And it's also nice because it's at a state park that's about an hour away from us. So it's not very far to get there. And most of the family are in Atlanta, so it's about halfway between where we are in Atlanta. And why I do not need this as well. So it's pretty convenient to get to. And they've got cabins to rent there, so we'll all have our own cabins, and then a couple of the family members have motorhomes, so they'll be able to drive and park their motorhomes there. So I think it'll be a pretty relaxing weekend, do some hiking, hang out, play board games, see family. So that should all be good. All right, so I've got my base down, so now I'm going to go through the day by day and fill things in. So tomorrow, okay, so I've got a meeting at 10:30. So we are hiring 2 new faculty members in my area, and I am chairing one of the search committees. So we have a meeting tomorrow for the search committee, and one of the things I have to do is I have to finish reading the applications tomorrow morning. I'm almost done, but I've got a few left to go through. So then we'll be talking about the job applications in that meeting, and then I need to do some grading. Do some writing. And do some reading to prep for class. And then for Fern Creek, I've got a big washi order that I just need to go back over the designs and double check them and get that submitted. I will need to edit and upload this video and do custom orders. Oh yeah, and also too, you'll notice I do not have my custom habit trackers here. It's just, again, life has been kind of full and I'm taking things easy on myself, so I have not been trying to do my habits because I've been kind of in let's minimize things and keep things simple mode right now. So they will be back soon, probably not as many as I had before, but it's not a priority right now. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this box. I've done some different things down here. Like I still have a few things that daily I like to do, so I have been mostly just handwriting them down here, but I also, I don't know, I kind of want to play with this. I guess it would be a good place to put some deco. Well, now that I'm thinking about the deco, I might as well put something down, right? I can always come back and add some more later. Okay, then, oh yeah, then I have to go to the bank. And then I'll have my workout in the morning. Let's see, I'm gonna use a different one. So Monday is a running day. Oh yeah, and then dinner. Will be lasagna. Then Tuesdays are always my busy day, so let's see, what else do I have? So I'll have office hours. If there are any college students watching, please go to office hours. It's not scary, and your professors want you to come, and I'm just always sadly sitting in my office hoping someone will come, and sadly not very many people come to my office hours. And then I have class. And then Bible study. And then finally I have my night class. And this is, I think the night class is kind of interesting because, so all of our grad classes are at night, and I really enjoy teaching the grad classes, and I am not like, this is not my optimal working time from 5 to 8 at night, but I'm always really energized after I teach the grad class because it's always so good. So I always am kind of like wired when I finish class at 8 at night. Which I think is interesting. Alright, so then for work, I need to do some grading. That'll be a big chunk of grading to do, but I want to get that done before fall break. I need to do some writing. I need to grade another set of papers. And then prep for the grad class, because they send me questions and stuff about the reading. So usually, like, I have the outline of the class prepped ahead of time, but then there's stuff I have to fill in based on their discussion questions and things they want to talk about after they've done the reading. Okay, and then try to add some deco in as I go, and make this less crooked. Oh yeah, and then I need to just go top to bottom of my day because this is how I forget things. And really, I get up at 6 to work out, but I don't like the sticker like butting up right against that, so that'll be just fine. Oh yeah, and then my other to-dos, I'm just skipping all over the place here, so I will need to do some designing and also do customs and social media, this plan with me, and then my daily duo. So that should be good. And then on Wednesday, which will be the last work day of this week since it'll be fall break after that, I will run in the morning. Then I have a meeting with a grad student in the afternoon. And then I will have book club after that. And then this is our anniversary, so we will have, trying to think if I'll use this heart icon for an anniversary. So we, where we had our wedding reception is, it's actually part of the neighborhood where we're building our house. Can't talk and think anniversary, that's, no, I'm doing it right. Too hard of a word to spell while I'm talking. But anyway, where we had our wedding reception is part of the neighborhood where we're building our new house, so we can go back there. So we carry out from the place that catered our reception and then have dinner where our reception was. So that's kind of a fun tradition. So we'll do that on Wednesday night. And then, okay, so I've got to finish grading some homework. I need to finish this paper that I've been revising. I need to send the revisions to my collaborator. I need to start prepping for the next week's class. And yeah, then work on some lesson plans for my other class as well so that I'm not behind when I get back from fall break, because I like being able to just take time off and relax, but it's hard when you know there's work you're gonna have to do right when you get back. And then for Fern Creek, designing and taking care of customs. All right, so then it will be fall break, and so on Thursday, I'm gonna spend a good part of the day making grab bags. We have so much Oops stuff, and there's some overstock as well, but there is so much. Actually, why did I put that first thing? I'm not gonna, it's fall break, I'm sleeping in. I'm not gonna do yoga first thing in the morning. It'll be probably more like that. So anyway, making grab bags is gonna be my priority because we've got a lot of Oops, and yeah, and you all like the grab bags, and I've shown in other videos how I make them, but I'll make a video about making them. But you'll see why, like, I want to save it up and do a lot at once. It's kind of a process. It's involved, and it's easiest. It goes fastest if I just make a lot at once instead of trying to do a little bit here and there. And then I want to do some designing, and I need to work on printing and cutting some stickers for the advent calendar. Put a deco sticker here, and yeah, so I guess there's nothing else scheduled for Thursday. Oh yeah, and then I will need to make a grocery list, and then I'll have my October plan with me and spread on social media. And then on Friday, I will run. I haven't looked at the forecast yet, so hopefully it won't be too hot if I sleep in and then run. We will see. And then somewhere along the way, I have lost one of my Fern Creek stickers. So Friday we'll be leaving for the family reunion, so I don't know when we'll leave. We'll be there by dinner time-ish, so I'll need to get packed and do some laundry before we go, and then I'll do at least a little bit of printing and cutting on the advent calendar. And then I also, one of the things, the advent calendar, I'm putting heat transfer vinyl on. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I want to get that cut because it's a good thing when we're like hanging out and talking to people this weekend, I can work on weeding that. So if I get it cut, then I can weed it while we are with family. And that should do it. Oh yeah, and then Thursday we'll have leftover lasagna for dinner. Then there isn't really much of a plan for Saturday and Sunday, so I don't have a lot to fill in there. The only thing is I will need to, this is when I'm going to have the Oops and Overstock bags will get restocked. So I'll just need to update those numbers on Saturday morning. And there will be plenty. It's not something that's going to sell out really fast. And then I'll have a video that I'll make about making the grab bags, and then Instagram I'll post about the restock. So there we go. That is my week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will be back soon, and thank you for bearing with me while I took a little time away. I hope you all have a great week. Bye.